Hey folks, today I wanted to address one of the burning questions. Hey, it's Gail from Seattle Coffee Gear, and what is the question? Why is pre-infusion important in making your coffee? Or let's just say, if you really want the best out of the coffee, pre-infusion helps. So I am going to talk a little bit about that, and then I'm going to show you how to do it. Pre-infusion is moistening the coffee, whether it be a pour over like we're using here, we're using the Kalita, or drip. You can pre-infuse that. You can pre-infuse espresso shots. And what it does is it puts a small amount of water on the coffee grounds and then lets it sit until the grounds soak it up and it blooms. And you'll notice we're going to show you the bloom here. What that does is allows all of the grounds to be saturated and pulls the oils out. And then when you do your actual shot, drip, pour over, it gets more out of it. You're going to get better flavor. So the technique is put your coffee in here, your ground coffee in there, and then you put a small amount of water to just moisten the coffee itself. No more. You don't need a big flood. And you'll see it rise up, almost like it'll look like a cake rising or a brownie in the oven, right? So we're today using the Toby's Estate, which is a Colombian. This happens to be the roast of the month at the time that we did this video. Every month we're going to have a special roast of the month, so check it out on our website. And this is the Colombian, like I said, and it happens to be watermelon, cherry, and lime notes. So check out on our website, roast of the month. All right, let's get some ground coffee here off of the Forte. So I'm using a 15-to-1 ratio, and I have 13 grams of coffee here. And we're going to go for 195 grams of water. I'm going to tear this out. I like to make a little divot in the center, like this. And then you take your kettle. Your gooseneck is the best. It just lets you direct the water right where you want it. And you start in the middle. And you pour around until you just have the grounds moistened. Not a lot. And you'll see it start to bubble up, and you'll see it start to rise up, like I was talking about, like the brownie in the oven. And you do that for about 30 seconds, and I didn't time it, I was going to, but when it stops bubbling and it's been there for a little bit, then you do your actual pour. And we're going to take it up to 195 grams. Oh yeah, you can see it. Gets almost like a little crust on the top, just like when you do tastings. We're going to do a couple of pours, and I'm actually using 201 degree water today for this coffee. It seems to work really well. Play around with the temperature. That will change the outcome as well. There might be other techniques out there for doing your pre-infusion, but this is the one that seems to be the most common that I've seen from people that are in the know, let's call it in the know. And so that's the technique I use. If you have a technique that works better for you, have at it. The one thing I did forget to do is pre-moisten the filter. I like to pre-moisten the filter before we're at our 195. I like to pre-moisten that filter before I put the coffee in. I forgot to do that, but oh well. Just saying. So we'll wait for this to do its full pour, and then we'll be back in a minute. Okay, so we've done our full pour over, and let's see the results. Very nice. Yeah. That's really good. I'm getting the cherry out of it. Very nice. And a little bit of lime too. So why is pre-infusion, as a recap, why is pre-infusion important? Saturates the coffee so that you're using all of the coffee and getting the best flavor that you can out of it. Pulls some of the oils out before you actually do your pour. Because if you did just a total pour, you might have dry spots down in there. This allows it to moisten everything. Super automatic, some of them do it. Pour over, you can do it. Some drip machines do it. Chemex, you know, all that kind of thing. So it's really beneficial if you have the time. If you don't, cut to the chase and do your pour. Thanks a lot for watching, and comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We value each and every one of you, so stay tuned.